Hey guy, this is Jeff here with Scorpion Lair Games. I just wanted to do a quick video giving you the gameplay for You Can't Catch Me Cryptids Edition. So here's the little box so you guys can see that. I was kind of waiting to do this video until I had the game mat. It is still coming from the printer, but we'll do a quick little playthrough anyway. Inside the box, it kind of breaks apart. You have our QR code, you have all the contents, a little history there, and then the rules are right on the inside. So that's your basic rules for the game. Pretty simple. We wanted to make this game 1 to 4 players, less than 30 minutes a game, kind of a quick party game to have fun with. So there are 3 main card types, well, 4 card types. You have your cryptids, and we have 10 of those. We have Chupacabra, we have Bigfoot, the Michigan Dogman, Mothman, the Mongolian Deathworm, Flatwoods Monster, the Jersey Devil, Skinwalker, a Thunderbird, and the Loch Ness Monster are all in the game. So on the Kickstarter, you guys will be able to unlock an additional 5 cryptids for the game. The Pope Lick Monster, Wendigo, and 3 others. Should be incredible. So you have 3 other card types. You have hold cards, denoted by this little hand in the corner. You also have multiplayer cards. So if you're playing with more than 1 player, not just yourself, you have the multi-cards that you will add into the deck. And then you have a whole bunch of instant cards. These obviously happen as soon as you draw them. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to deal each one of the players one of the cryptids. So each player will have a cryptid, and if you're playing with more than 1 player, obviously you'll deal out more than 1. So I ended up with Mothman this time, and Mothman has a special ability. He can chase them away. So on each one of the cards, you have a escape rating. If they get to 0, they're found. If they get to 20, they escape. And you'll notice there's a little brown spot here. That's where you start out. So Mothman starts out with a 5. And you would take one of these nifty little cubes and place it on there on the number 5, and that's where Mothman would start out. So once you're done dealing that, you would take the hold cards and the multiplayer cards and shuffle those together and deal 3 to each player. So each player would get 3 different multi-cards to start out the game, or hold cards to start out the game, which will have a variety of different abilities on there. So I got a card called Change the Odds, which means I can switch, or I could shuffle the draw and discard piles together. I got the Master of Electricity card, which would allow me to kill a common witness in the game. And I also got a Time to Fight. So if there's a witness coming after me, I can fight with that witness, possibly getting rid of them. So when it is your turn, you actually have 3 piles in the game. After you're done shuffling and dealing out those hold cards, you would then shuffle the rest of the hold cards as well as the instant cards all together in one deck. So once you do that, and obviously I'm not going to have a great shuffle on this, but once you shuffle those together, you're going to put that down into your draw pile. There's actually going to be 3 piles, and I'm going to drop this down so you guys can see it a little bit, and you don't have to look at my ugly mug the rest of the time. So you have your draw pile. You're then going to take the top card off of the draw pile and place it in the middle, right? That is going to be what we call the forest, right? So any card that you have can be lost in the forest. So this happens to be a counter card, and when it's your turn, when you're getting ready to go, you can choose to either take the card that's lost in the forest, or you can draw from the top of the deck. If you draw from the top of the deck, you can choose to have that card lost in the forest. So if I drew this one, and I would get start over, and you could reset any player's starting number. Obviously, I would want to keep that, but if we drew something like this, the trap is set. You lose a -1 in your escape rating. So if I were to get that, I might say, you know what, I don't really want that card. We're going to place it in the forest. So that card is now trapped in the forest. Here's the caveat. Your next card, you have to use it. So if I drew this one, I would get, I don't think so, and it would actually be a good card in my favor. However, you always risk the next card being something horrible that you now have to take. So, completely up to you, but it gives a little element of chance in the game. So you would go through this game until either your escape rating gets to 20, which there are many cards in the game. Here is one of the witnesses that may be able to catch you. If your escape rating is above an 8, or an 8 or above, you would escape them. If you're a 7 or below, you would not escape them. So if you don't escape them, you lose 1 escape point rating. If you do escape them, you gain 1 escape point rating. So if you get away, it's better for you. There are also lots of cards in the game that will increase your escape rating, like this one here. You would get a +8 to your escape rating, which could help a significant amount, especially if you're already above a 10 and you only need to get to 20. So very fast-paced game where you're trying to get away from the witnesses. You're using your cryptid special abilities to then go out there and get away. You know, we all love the whole cryptid thing, and, you know, who knows if they're really real, if they're actually out there, if the cryptids are in your backyard or not. So here's a game where you can play as the cryptid. You can get away from the witnesses. They're always trying to find you. And you could screw over the other players and make sure that they don't make it and they don't escape. So yeah, there's lots of things you can do. These counter cards are a lot of fun. Thank you guys for checking it out. Hopefully that helps with the gameplay. You play until you escape, or until one player escapes, or everybody is found. Whoever the last person is standing wins. So, nice and quick. Thank you guys for joining us. Pick it up today here on Kickstarter and play a little cryptids.